Good Game Reviews.
Alright, Nevada, things are getting tense as we find out who's gonna make it through to the Dirt Showdown Tour. 2, 3, 4. These drivers are looking hot, but you guys are even hotter. It's history in the making, people. Watch and learn. That's the big one we've been waiting for. At last, those two have found each other. In a room. Body shot. Maximum damage. T-bone straight to the side. Side of awesomeness.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott from Good Game Reviews. Thanks very much for tuning into this video. This is the latest review of the Codemasters release, Dirt Showdown. It's a step in a new direction for the Dirt series. It's always been fairly close to a simulation of driving, I guess, admittedly rally driving, but this time round they've taken it in a whole new direction. There was small hints of this in the last release in the Dirt series with the Gymkhana events, but they've really taken this to the extreme. When I first saw it, actually reminded me a lot of Destruction Derby, the original release on the PlayStation all those years ago. By that, obviously things have moved on, but I was very, very impressed when that original release came out. It just sort of showed where games were moving, and since then, this is where we are, and the visual side of this game is stunning. The damage effects to the vehicles, the impacts are spectacular, as you're seeing now. Certainly it's something that shows the full capabilities and improvements in sort of how games have come on since that original release of Destruction Derby. I am a big fan of this game. It's as I said, it's a change to a more arcadey type game. Not everyone's going to love that, but I am a big fan of it. It's a game you can just pick up and play at any point in time, and you don't need to have done any of the tutorials. It's so simple. There's a few different types of events in the games, ranging from straightforward racing to Destruction Derbies that you've just seen, and then there's some sort of Gymkhana events, the tricky events, which you're going to see a little bit later on. My personal favourite by long chalk is the 8-ball, which you're looking at now. I know you've probably seen things like this before with the crossovers in tracks, but the real essence of this is that the track design is that good that there is always impacts and it can affect every single race. I've played it quite a few times online, and the impact of these collisions over the crossovers can take you from first to last in the blink of an eye, but also they can take you from last to first in the blink of an eye, obviously. So it adds a real thrill to it, and you could be the best racer online, but you're not necessarily going to win every single race because of that. So 8-ball is the real standout side of it, especially online. Destruction Derbies, the Rampage events are very, very good. Knockout is also good fun. That was on the video earlier, where you get points for knocking your opponents out of the arena. They're all very, very good. The the eliminator type events, the racing events, maybe aren't as much fun, but because there's impact on a lot of it, it's still quite it's still quite good. The last side of the game, the Gymkhana events from Dirt 2. They can be fun. They're they're a little bit different. You're about to see one coming up in a second, called head-to-head. Basically, that's where you're racing against another person on two different tracks that are identical, if that makes sense. So you do one version of track, your opponent does another, and then you swap around and do the same things again. They include various tricks that you have to do. So you have to do some drifting, some donuts. You have to make sure you burst through various blocks, and you have to make sure you hit the ramps and beat your opponent in the time frame. They're quite good fun. They're a little bit different to what you're used to from all the rest of the events that you'll be playing. But the real fun is the 8-ball, and the real area where this game excels is online, because the AI in it is okay, but when you're dealing with people and you're not quite sure how they're going to react, it adds a whole new element to it. If you're playing online with friends or split screen with friends, that area where you're making a beeline for your friend because you want to take him out of the race and humiliate him. So it adds to it. So all in all, it's a very good little game. It's certainly worth a play. It might not be a game that you always go back to, but it certainly is a game that you can pick up and play at any point in time without forgetting how to play, if that makes sense. The controls are very, very simple, and if you've got 5-10 minutes to spare and you want to give it a go, then it's certainly worth, and you wouldn't be surprised if that 10 minutes turns into half an hour to an hour, because you just get wrapped up in playing it. This is the last bit I saved for you. Hard Target. Good fun. Basically, it's the arena that you use for the Destruction Derby, but every single car is racing against you, or racing towards you, and you have to survive as long as you can. So it's a different sort of element to it, but you're about to see that it does get a bit hectic. And as I say, most of these versions of the game are available online, so it's good fun. Certainly worth having a play. Thanks very much for listening. Subscribe to the video channel, log on to the website, send me comments, follow us on Twitter. And thank you very much.
Good Game Reviews.